please remain standing for the presentation of our colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Just 1 second, everyone. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic from which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Please stay standing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You guys can be seated. Good morning, Warriors. I'm Hank Jacobus, and I'm the student body president here at Weddington High School. I'm so excited to get to talk to you all today and welcome you to this graduation ceremony. I want to first thank all of our faculty and staff here at Weddington who have been with us every step of the journey so far. All these amazing people have pushed each one of us to be the best we can be, so everybody please give it up for them. Can we please also give it up for our family and friends who have loved and supported us to help us get here today. I also want to personally thank my own mom and dad who've been my biggest supporters all throughout my life, so thank you. As many of you know, I play baseball here at Weddington. I've been playing baseball almost my entire life, through recreation teams, school teams, and travel leagues. One of the first things you learn when playing baseball is that it's a game made up entirely of adjustments. To this day, after 15 years of playing the same sport, I'm still constantly making adjustments during every practice, every game, every QH, and just about every pitch. I adjust my swing, I adjust my strategy, and I adjust my mindset depending on the current circumstances of the game. I realized over time that this is a direct translation of our everyday life, and that life is a game of adjustments. Many of us here on this field may think we have our life planned out for us for the next 4 years and maybe beyond that. Maybe you know exactly what classes you want to take and the degree you want to study, or maybe you know exactly what job you want and where you want to live. I also know that many of us have no idea what we're going to do after today. Maybe you have a school you're going to, or maybe you don't. Maybe you have a job set up, or maybe you don't. Maybe you know exactly what your interests are, or maybe you don't. Whatever your situation is, my message for everyone here is to remember that life is full of adjustments. Life inevitably will throw you curveballs, and your one option is to adjust. Whether it's a class you wanted to take that's full, a job you wanted that was given to another applicant, or maybe you end up hating your major, or you find a job that you love but has nothing to do with the perfect plan you had drawn out in your head. It can be an eclectic mix of any of those things. That's life. Life could be anything. We need to adjust and roll with the punches. We must keep in mind that the odds are that everything won't go as planned, and after we toss our caps and walk off this field. But we need to have faith in ourselves, the character and values we have built within ourselves, and the lessons we have already learned. With faith in these things, we will adjust to the path that we were ultimately meant for. Congratulations, class of 2024. I couldn't be more proud of everyone here on this field and to call myself a warrior. I can't wait to see where life takes us, and good luck to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Hank. Before I get started, I do want to take just a moment. I appreciate, Hank, you taking a moment to recognize our amazing staff, many of whom are sitting over here to my left. Truly appreciate everything that you do each and every day for our students. I do also want to take a moment and just say thank you to our maintenance staff. They're here at 5 a.m., wiping every seat, blowing off all the bleachers to make sure that our venue is ready to go. And everyone who helps get this ready. So yes, thank you. On behalf of Weddington High School faculty and staff, we want to welcome you to this special event as we recognize this outstanding group of graduates. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests sitting over here to my left. We are honored that the following members of the Union County Board of Education are here to join us. We have Union County Board Chair, Ms. Kathy Heintel, Board Vice Chair, Reverend Jimmy Benson Sr., and board members Ms. Sarah May, Ms. Sandra Green, and Mr. Joe Morial. I also want to welcome members of our senior leadership who are joining us today, including our Superintendent, Dr. Andrew Houlihan, Chief of School Performance, Dr. Jonathan Tyson, Assistant Superintendent of Academics, Dr. Susan Rogers, and Assistant Superintendent of Administration Operations, Mr. Colin Moore. Thank you all for being here today. And as Hank mentioned too, thank you to all of our families and friends, all of our guests who are here today. My name is Jeff Crafson, and I have the absolute privilege to serve as the principal at Weddington High School. Today marks an exciting milestone in each of our students' lives. This is a day to honor and celebrate the hard work and accomplishments of our seniors, as well as each staff member and family member that has tirelessly provided guidance and support to each student in order to help them reach their full potential. I want to begin this morning by saying congratulations to our graduating class of 2024. Today, as you're surrounded by family, friends, and staff, you need to take a moment and really embrace this incredible accomplishment. I want to say congratulations to our parents, grandparents, and other family members who have played an integral part in helping these graduates make it to this big day. Thank you for your ongoing support, encouragement, and tireless dedication to your students throughout these pivotal years in their lives. Standing before a graduating class as the principal fills me with a sense of pride, awe, and amazement at the talent represented in our student body. The class of 2024 has a truly special place in my heart, as I began my tenure as principal at the same time as the class of 2024 began their freshman year. Not only did we face the challenge of learning a new school together, but we did it in the midst of a pandemic. Your first year in high school was anything but normal, but you, the members of the class of 2024, demonstrated resilience and determination. And Hank, you had mentioned this when you were speaking about the need to do that throughout your life. Despite the challenges you faced, you made the best of it. You persevered through all of it. Your numerous awards in areas of academics, fine arts, performing arts, athletics, and leadership serve as a testimony to your unwavering commitment to excellence. Graduates, one certainty you can have as you enter this next stage in your life is that you will face challenges of varying degrees. But when you do, don't forget that the challenges that you have faced and overcome to get you to where you are today, that same resilience and determination will help you with any challenges you will face, and I'm confident that you are ready for this next chapter in your lives. Members of the class of 2024, it has been incredible to watch you grow in confidence and success into confident and successful young adults. At Weddington High School, we pride ourselves on fostering a culture of academic excellence, and this year's graduating class certainly upheld that tradition. All these incredible talents have allowed our students, this graduating class, to garner scholarships totaling over $12 million. Students, your graduation from high school marks a significant accomplishment in your life. You have achieved a goal that has taken 13 years of dedication. When you begin this next chapter in your life, whether it be in college, in a career, or serving in the military, know that you will stand out in a positive way. Your Weddington High School experience has prepared you to continue to lead, encourage, achieve, and model excellence in all that you do. Make it a personal goal to live out a leadership legacy and model for others what it means to be a graduate of Weddington High School. Congratulations, seniors, and let the celebration begin.
Thank you, Dr. Crafson. Good morning. My name is Brandon Keeney. I was this year's student body historian. The teacher speaker is chosen each year by the seniors and is somebody that truly cares about the students at Weddington. Whether he's attending our sporting events or asking us the question of the day, it's clear that he's involved and dedicated to Weddington and their students. Please give a big round of applause for Mr. Schnee.
Well, here we are. Do you guys want a question of the day? Okay. Since I don't have time to go around and get everyone's answers, I want you to just shout out either yes or no to the following question. You ready? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yeah, okay, sounds like everyone said yes, so I'll just go with that. Maybe think about it this way. Is a taco a sandwich? Or is a hot dog a taco? All right, calm down, okay. Sorry. I read this poem the other day. You ready? I dig, you dig, we dig. That's it. All right, it might not be a very good one, but it's deep. Get it? Okay. I've been telling people about the benefits of eating dried grapes, raising awareness. I ran out of spices the other day and had to take some from my neighbor's herb garden, and now I'm living on borrowed time. Yeah, there we go. All right, so speaking of time, I don't have much, and you're done with my jokes, I'm sure. So let me get down to the nitty-gritty. The word resilience, which you've already heard today, is defined as the capacity to withstand or recover quickly from difficulties. What does it look like? It looks like a bunch of farmers with pitchforks and pistols fighting off the largest, most powerful force in the world to become an independent nation. It looks like a young man who suffers from asthma growing up to become one of the most well-known, rugged outdoorsmen in our history, becoming president, and even surviving a gunshot to the chest and still finishing his speech. Don't get any ideas. It looks like a little girl named Jean, caught up in a dust storm in Oklahoma, having her story retold in the class favorite, America, the Story of Us. It also looks like about half of your 8th grade year, when COVID ended all of your plans for the spring and summer, and maybe the next few years. And your freshman year being mostly virtual. That was weird. Those were definitely challenging times, to be sure. And many have struggled to remember how to do the whole school thing after all of that. It has taken a lot of resilience and effort, getting back to the fundamentals in order to start moving forward. Teddy Roosevelt, the guy I mentioned earlier, shot in the chest, that guy, he once said, "It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed." That's life. You will often fail trying to learn new things, but I would argue that failure is necessary. It will teach you better than maybe anything else. You've spent your entire life trying to prevent or even avoid failure. Or when you did fail, you found something or someone else to blame. Heck, you probably even accused your teachers of trying to make you fail. Sorry, I didn't. Eventually, you're going to have to face failure head on. You can either run or hide in shame, or you can be resilient, figuring out what to do the next time and then moving on. The problem with this is, contrary to what you may have heard and what it may seem, you won't be able to do it on your own. You will need teammates, roommates, classmates, neighbors, close friends, close family. Perhaps a puppy would help too. We need these people to tell us we're going the wrong way and to help us get back on the right path. This will sometimes be painful, and it may mean getting some feelings hurt. But here's how you can deal with that. Choose to be unoffendable. It's possible I've already offended someone here this morning. Remember those jokes a minute ago? Sorry. And please know, it was not my intention to do so, but yes, being offended is a choice you can make. Much like studying for a test, choosing to or not, following the speed limit, or getting a bowl instead of a burrito at Chipotle, maybe during school. Choosing to be unoffendable will allow you to accept that guidance from others to get back on the right path. You may even find yourself being more joyful, slower to anger, more inclined to actually listen to someone else, and perhaps even consider their perspectives on things. You'll be able to understand and be comforted by the fact that A, you don't know everything, and B, everything you do know may not be right, let alone the only right way. You'll be able to maintain better friendships instead of creating enemyships. Made that up. And with that, you may even be able to express more genuine kindness and gratitude to those around you. As Ted Lasso said, be curious, not judgmental. How do you do that? One way could be, instead of basing your opinions on Instagram posts, snaps, be-reels, tweets, or whatever they're called now, likes and followers, playlists, okay, maybe you can judge those. Be more willing to pause and stop. Thanks, Miss Washington. And instead of canceling, try caring. Instead of jumping to conclusions and assuming the worst, consider the context. That looks like reading the full story, not just the headline, or getting the full scene, not just the 30-second blurry shot from a flip phone, if anybody even has those anymore. Figure out that the numbers on your phone are actually for calling people, not just a handy calculator. Have face-to-face conversations with actual eye contact instead of commenting on their posts, perhaps regretfully. Eat good food instead of posting pictures of it. Maybe listen to other music once in a while, or, for the truly daring, play the bagpipes, or try your hand in karaoke. These are the basics, just like walking before running, dribbling before shooting the ball, or chewing before swallowing a sandwich. Mr. Byram, Officer Byram will be on hand if you don't figure that out. Now you've spent roughly 18,000 hours in school if you were never absent, but who's counting? And over the years, you've discovered how to multitask like an Olympic decathlete. That's the guy that does 10 different events on the track. And you have found out how to sometimes scrape by with the bare minimum or to occasionally overachieve. You've learned how to ask or rely on a neighbor for help, not giving or receiving unauthorized aid, of course. You've spent countless hours serving the community and spent countless amounts of money on club dues, t-shirts, various fundraisers. You have won conference, regional, and state championships. You've competed in national and international competitions. You've gotten into some of the best universities and branches of the military that this country and world has to offer. You are the epitome of the Weddington way, the literal portrait of a graduate. I'm looking at you right now. The standard that others strive for, and you're not even finished. Here you are, ready to graduate high school, and all of you are moving on to do even more learning. Whether it be going to college, joining the military, entering the workforce, or living in the wild, you will be learning something. No one else, not even AI, can do this for you. Moving on through life, some of the dreams you have will become reality, or sometimes you just might have to put them to death. Best to just let those go. You will face challenges that you actually may not overcome. You'll have many doubts and fears creep into your mind, and sometimes these may even cripple you. Life is going to inevitably get more challenging. So what do you do with these challenges? Well, that's what's going to shape you. You will encounter all sorts of things as you go. So learn to deal with the close and smaller stuff, and the rest won't matter as much. Consider your own home, your neighborhood, your city, your state. And then by the time you get to all that's happening in the country, the world, or even the universe, you'll realize how little you can actually do, and you can breathe a little easier and put your hope in something more stable and true. Something bigger than wealth, politicians, the news, today or tomorrow. For me, I put my faith and hope in Jesus. For you, it could be a number of things. The path is yours, not mine. Be willing to sacrifice the immediate results for the better, life-giving, long-term results. It takes time, and that's okay, especially if it's worth it. Diamonds aren't made overnight, right? You've spent your whole lives marinating in education and experiences, so you're living proof it takes time, and you're one step closer to going out on your own. As you go, try as many different classes as you can, new foods, activities, jobs, places to live, all to find out what sticks. Make it yours. Study abroad or simply live abroad. The American college experience can wait. All the things you're FOMOing about, I made that up. All the things you're FOMOing about will be there when you get back. You'll gain so much more in experiences than what you're afraid of missing out on, and in many cases, what you would get in a classroom or a textbook. Teachers choose to be unoffended by that comment. Don't be in such a hurry to grow up. Most of your life to this point has been wishing you were such and such an age or grade level. Well, now you're done with high school, and one more step into the real world. Trust me, the growing up will happen whether you want it to or not. So just enjoy the moment. Go too fast, you'll forget a lot. Have fun, without harming yourself or others as much as possible, of course. Life is short. Make it count. Live more with principles rather than rules. It will be easy to break those rules, but do those rules violate what you truly believe in or your principles? If they do, move on. Forget about it. Finally, there's that key word some of you have been waiting for. Coach Bays, I'm almost done, man. Finally, tell your family and your friends that you love them, even at the cost of possibly feeling embarrassed or awkward. I hear awkward is the new cool. Skibbity, I don't know, whatever that means. Skibbity Riz, Ohio. Okay, and with that, I love you all. I have no reason not to. You have been through a lot, so much I will never even know, and have made it this far. Keep going. Be resilient. Don't forget where you've been and what you've learned, and you'll be okay. As it's been mentioned already, thank your families who have been by your side through all the struggles and all the triumphs that you have faced. It was just as good or bad for them to watch it happen to you, so be sure to thank them for sticking by your side. Thank you for letting me be a small part of your stories. Congratulations, class of 2024. You did it.
Thank you, Mr. Schnee, for the truly memorable speech and all the great memories you gave us in the classroom. Good morning. I'm Sean Patel, this year's Student Body Secretary. Being at the top of a competitive class like this requires dedication and resilience that only the most hardworking students can achieve. With that being said, I'm honored to introduce this year's valedictorian, Ian Suthar, and salutatorian, Graham Mills.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Sean, for the awesome introduction. You know, I've been friends with Sean for over 3 years, and when he found out he was going to be introducing me as the class valedictorian, he asked me how I pulled it off. And to be honest with you, I'm still trying to figure it out. Anyways, my name is Ian Suthar, and I'm humbled to stand before you today as your class of 2024 valedictorian. Now, everyone knows the saying, look before you leap, but I prefer to just leap. Because if I look, I might never make the jump. I got here on the stage today by taking risks, closing my eyes, saying a prayer, and hoping for the best. When I was up late at night trying to study titration curves and didn't understand anything, I just went for it, praying that Miss Winfrey would give us test corrections. Now, this doesn't mean you shouldn't prepare yourself and work hard, but sometimes you just gotta trust yourself and go for it. I urge you all to do the same. And if you fall flat on your face, it's a funny memory to share with your friends one day. Unless someone records it. then you're never hearing the end of that. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you will never know how valuable an opportunity is until you take it. So try to enter the media center without a pass. Try walking the wrong way in the hallway. Or try making extremely last-minute senior joke plans to throw toilet paper at your school. And if you end up in Dr. Craftson's office, I didn't give you that advice. As the great artist Vincent van Gogh said, I put my heart and my soul into my work, and I've lost my mind in the process. When I thought about these words, they sounded very familiar. We've spent the last 12 years studying late at night, sitting in the classroom for 8 hours a day, absorbing all this information just to throw it back up when we take a test. Sorry, teachers. We did all this not just to receive a piece of paper, but to prove to ourselves that we are capable of achieving great things. As I delved deeper into writing my speech, I was hit with the question, is graduation a time to reflect on the past 4 years spent together? Or is it a celebration as we move into this new chapter of our lives? And to be honest with you, I still don't know. Now, everything I've said so far makes it sound like I'm really unsure about what I have done or what I will do, and I am. I don't know what my career will be, what friends I'll have, who I'll date, where I live. There's so many questions. But here's what I do know. Uncertainty isn't a weakness. It's an opportunity. It means we're open to new experiences, ready to learn, and willing to grow. So as we leave here today, let's embrace the uncertainty. Let's take risks. Let's make mistakes. But most importantly, let's learn from them. Because every leap we take, whether it leads to success or a faceplant, is a step forward. But before we worry about the future and all that lies ahead of us, let's take today off and appreciate all that we've accomplished. Thank you to our administration for their hard work and dedication, our teachers for putting up with us every day, our athletics teams for bringing warrior pride to our school and smoking our rivals, our custodial staff for keeping our school spotless, the PTSO and student government for making our senior year so exciting, and all the loved ones and parents in the bleachers that have pushed us to be where we are today. Special shout out to Dr. Jordan, Mrs. Washington, Mrs. Brienza, Miss Winfrey, Miss McCloskey, Mr. Schnee, Mrs. Gary, and Mr. Hawthorne. You guys have all had a great impact on my life, and I thank you. But most importantly, I would like to thank my family. Thank you guys. My father, who has pushed me to be the best every day. I still remember the days where I would cry on the kitchen table as you would try to teach me your insane foreign ways of math. Look how far we've come. My mother, hey mom, for always being by my side and providing me with the resources needed to flourish and turning me into the young man I am today. And to my brother, who has always given me the best advice and pushed me to my limit, even when I didn't want to. I'm ecstatic to join you on campus next semester in Chapel Hill so we can take on college together. So, to the class of 2024, I urge you to do what you want. Ask out the girl you like, take the trip you've been dreaming of, or pursue that hobby you've always been curious about. Don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back. These moments, these choices, are what shape our lives and define our journeys. Embrace every opportunity with courage and enthusiasm, because our time is now. As we step into the future, let's carry with us the lessons we've learned, the friendships we've made, and the dreams we've nurtured. With that being said, congratulations to the class of 2024, and let's make the most of it. Now, I introduce Graham Mills to the stand. Our rivalry will move with us as we attend college at UNC and Duke. But remember, Duke will always come in second place. Go Heels!
Good morning, everybody. I'm glad you all could come and join me on this wonderfully hot and humid day. My name is Graham Mills, and I'm more than honored to be up here, giving you some parting words from what very well may be the last time some of you ever see this place. I want to start things off with a thank you to every teacher and administrator here today. Whether you made an impact on 1 or 100 students sitting here, your influence on our lives and the people we have become cannot be understated. I also want to congratulate every student here. For some of you, this might not seem like such a special moment in your lives, but a lot had to happen for you to get here. 6 years of elementary school, 3 years of middle school, and a plethora of other experiences helped to create the people we all were when we first began high school. After that, we went through 4 more long, hard years, until here we are now, sitting around in the sun, listening to me read off this speech. Every individual here has shown incredible grit and aptitude to make it here, and every single one of us should be proud. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say I'm very excited about what our futures hold. I also believe I can speak for many of us when I say that I thought this day would never come. At some point during high school, whether it was after a hard test or just another Monday morning, we've all yearned for the day when it would all finally be over. But despite our combined anticipation for this day, in some ways, it doesn't feel real, as if we're going to be coming back here next August for just another ordinary year. It's hard for us to imagine taking the next big leap in our lives to turn the next page. But regardless of however we feel about it, now is the time for us to move on and begin walking down the path of life. It is important to remember that an ending isn't the end, but only another beginning in disguise. When I was writing this speech, I anticipated that I would have lost the attention of most of you by now. And that's perfectly okay, as I'm sure many of us have moved on in our lives, past the halls of the school, and are busy dreaming of bigger things to come. But if there's one parting message, one last impression I can make on you all, I want it to be this. Know that regardless of whatever wonderful things we all achieve in our lives, our personal achievements won't be the legacy we leave behind. In the words of a famous quote many of you may have heard before by the late great poet Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So I ask you all, a remarkable group of individuals, to go forward in your lives, not measuring your own worth by some arbitrary measure of attributes, but to instead define yourself by the relationships you make, the bridges you build, and the influence you have on those around you. These last 4 years with you all have been unforgettable, and I truly wish, in the deepest depths of my heart, nothing but the best for all of you. Thank you.
Many of the members of this year's senior class have achieved various academic honors. As we recognize these distinctions, I would like to ask the students achieving these honors to stand and be recognized. Graduates, please wait to rise until you are asked to do so. Summa cum laude. The honor of graduating summa cum laude is bestowed upon students who have obtained a cumulative GPA of 4.25 or higher throughout their high school career. These graduates are given the opportunity to wear a gold cord during the commencement ceremony. I would ask that all summa cum laude graduates stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you. You may be seated. Magna cum laude. The honor of graduating magna cum laude is bestowed upon students who have obtained a cumulative GPA between 4.0 and 4.24 throughout their high school career. These graduates are given the opportunity to wear a green cord during the commencement ceremony. I would like to ask that all magna cum laude graduates stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you. You may be seated. Cum laude. The honor of graduating cum laude is bestowed upon students who have obtained a cumulative GPA between 3.75 and 3.99 throughout their high school career. These graduates are given the opportunity to wear a white cord during the commencement ceremony. I would like to ask that all cum laude graduates stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you. You may be seated. North Carolina Scholar graduates. North Carolina academic scholars are students who fulfilled the college preparatory course of study, maintained a cumulative unweighted GPA of 3.5 or higher, and completed specific academic, art, and vocational courses. These students are wearing a royal blue cord in honor of this recognition. I would like to ask that all North Carolina Scholar graduates stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you. You may be seated. In addition to the many academic achievements bestowed upon this year's class, we are honored to recognize those who will be fulfilling some type of military service after graduation. I would like to ask that all students attending a service academy, receiving an ROTC scholarship, or enlisting in the military, please stand and be recognized at this time. Congratulations to all of you. And at this time, we will commence with the awarding of diplomas. Graduates, please wait until the junior marshals dismiss your rows. In order to ensure that all names are able to be heard, we ask that you hold your applause until the end.
Henry Bryce Jacobus. Gannon Joseph Anthony. Graham Heath Mills. Ian Kapil Suthar. Sean Amit Patel. Brandon Charles Keeney. Andrew Douglas Herberick. Anish Sai Aburi. Mujahid Fadil Al-Shalabi. Derek Michael Anderson. Giovanni Andrade. Everett James Anson. Peter Dimitri Apostle. Brooks Miller Arendt. Matthew Brandon Ortega. Ryan Thomas Atkinson. Elena Simone Avila. Emily Hughes Babb. Emma Sujin Bach. Ara Gregor Badalian. Ria Badigam. Hannah Amina Bahaswan. Shreya Raghav Balaji. Cole Donald Parker. Sadie Ann Parker. Nolan Wade Thacker. Lucas Donovan Barnes. Carly Grace Barrier. Kaylee Addison Bartos. Jake Andrew. Jake Andrew Battenfield. Cooper Ryan Bays. Luke Winston Beach. Zachary James Beausoleil. Victor Anthony Beggy. Madison Olivia Belk. Ella Louise Bergman. Ella Sophia Bergstrom. Ethan Riley Burko. Zoe Lynn Berwick. Noah David Beeler. L. Pierce Blamey. Varsha Boyla. Matthew Joseph Bajarski. Roman Peter Bongiovanni. Ayman Adam Bohero. Meredith Ann Bukidis. Jared Hayes Bowen. Aiden Page Bowles. Aiden Christopher Boyd. Catherine Rose Boyd. Kirsten Shauna Brooks. Mia Denise Brosterhouse. Nathan Gray Brownstead. Devin Scott Brule. Derek Antonio Buchanan. Tyler King Budge. Anthony J. Buinicki II. Brooke Sanders Bullock. Anna Tess Burgess. Aiden McLean Burns. Natalie Genevieve Bush. Emma May Musenbark. Michael James Butler. Virginia Magdalena Butler. Yoreli Cabañas Mendoza. Maisie McKenna Kegg. Nicholas Cahal. Jonathan Christopher Capano. Isabella Claudia Capello. Anna Grace Casey. Alfredo Catalan Escobar. Melanie Jean Leah Koss. Lauren Avery Ceccarini. Matthew James Chapa. David Carlos Chapa. Bruno Vinicius Comenti. Elijah Rockwell Clark. Maeve Elizabeth Clark. Trevor James Clark. Stephen Henry Clark. Daniel Lee Clements. Jenna Ray Clower. Jordan Elizabeth Cobb. Isabella Grace Coleman. Zeppelin James Collins. Ashley Colmenares Diaz. Aiden Lee Colonna. Brady Quinn Connor. Aiden Ryan Cook. Alexandra Christine Corbett. Tyler Aku Kreider. Max Simon Critchlow. Kenyaline Cruz. Tatiana Cuevas Hernandez. Ileana Faith Culver.
Ethan Matthew DiRosario. Ella Grace Dalmai. Arsh Dave. Lorelei Emily Davis. Nathan James DeYoung. Ashley Irene DeMeo. Cameron Yvonne Dendy. Susanna Denisovich. Nicoletta Rose Denninger. Maddock Brandon Derrick. Leandro Diaz Arias. Carly Madison DiClementi. Caleb Doe. Katie Ann Dodson. Noah Thomas Donaldson. Raymond Dong. Emma Rose Donnelly. John David Doyle. Jason Paul Dromes. Olivia Louise Dromes. Michael Jason Duff. Owen Mitchell Dunn. David Edwin Durham. Nirmal Alango. Abigail Grace Ellington. Jack Holden Ellison. William Robert Emmett. Priscilla Bernice Espinoza. Gabriella Penny Exantis. Riley Elizabeth Felcher. Rachel Hope Fiddler. Ayla Reese Finley. Eleni Fiore. Ellison Kate Fisher. Daniel Flores. Isabella Lee Fogel. Nicholas Mauricio Ferrero. Nikolaus Dimitrios Vorniotis. Dylan Noble Friegel. Isabella Emery Frigo. Griffin Riley Fuller. Talon James Hartzell Fuller. Colin Maxwell Funk. Amber Marie Garcia. Tyler Marie Gautreaux. Jacob Edward Gickling. Nicole Elizabeth Godniak. Isabella Gomez. Sophia Gomez. Ella Grace Morgan Goodman. Trinity Grace Gordon. Brandon Bernard Grafe Jr. Nicholas Leo Graham. Ava Meredith Ewan. Alan Guzman. Madeline Bryce Haynes. Grant Edward Hamilton. Adam Michael Haney. Link Hankston. Grace Taylor Hanson. Dean Raymond Harmon. Tegan Ann Hattinen. Alexis Isabel Hewer. Callie Ann Haichu. Ann Ho. Hallie Adele Hoffman. Nathaniel Davis Holbert. Hadley Lynn Hoover. Carter Pace Hornberger. Jaron Etta Houghton. Jaden Howell. Jet Richard Huerta. Sarah Lindsay Hunter. And Kyle Richard Hutchison.
Anish Athayan. Layla Hope Iglesias. Inia Alimprithi. Keenan Charles Jackson. Selena Offset Jackson. Skylyn L. Jackson. Morgan Reed James. Madeline Riley James. Preeti Mary James. Juhi Johnny. Alexis Mary Jankowski. Eric Christopher Yanuszewski. Parvati Jayachandran. Christopher George Jenkins. Nanjang. Dalion Anthony Johnson Jr. Savannah Bell Jones. Madison Chase Jones. Lillian Grace Jones. Trevin Julius Jones. Millie Rose Joseph. Mateus Evangelos Kakavisis. Kashyap Kanajosilo. James Joseph Caribbean. Nagasatran Kasareddy. Dustin James Keith. Shanu Kasari. Joseph Sherman Keller. Scott David Keller. Grant Edward Kelly. Liliana Nora Kinney. Tucker Lee Kern. Savannah Camille Kiewak. Jasmine Sophia Key. Zoe Caroline Key. Rachel Elizabeth Kynard. Mackenzie Ray Kincaid. Harrison Scott Lloyd King. Alexander David King. Caroline Sarah King. Alyssa Rose Knight. James Kovitis. Nicole Sophie Koskinas. Electra Christina Coloris. Paris Fotios Coloris. Christina Jennifer Kovalov. Sophia Teresa Krob. Hayden Edward Lax. Isabella Lynn Lamantia. Jack Vance Lamantia. Evan Alexander Leno. Elizabeth Catherine Lachlan. Davis Martin Ledford. Caroline Corbin Ledford. Carson Ledger Lee. Alexandra Camille Lehman. Kaylee Rose Leister. David Gregory Levant. Logan Mark Lewis. Ashley Louise Lind. Grant Wesley Lindenberg. Tyler Liu. Brody Wilson Lockhart. Jake Tyler London. Isaiah Ray Longoria. Isabel Yvonne Loyty. Aiden O'Malley Ludke. Michael Louisa Jr., Eric Gregory Lynn, Kevin Matthew Magda, Jason Alexander Mangani, Christopher Wesley Mangum, Erica Teeter Marin, Anna Catherine Marion, Giovanni Daniel Martino, Mariana Martinuk, Ian Richard Moss, Matthew John Massaro, Brooks Wayne Mock, Cooper Dean McAdam, Carly McCarthy, Carter Emil McLean, Alexander Ray McComsky, Gabe Charles McCord, Simon Greg McCord, Zane Zachary McCullough, Ian Timothy McDermott, Hannah Alice McGongle, Luke Thomas McKelvey, Andrew Lawrence McLaughlin, Allie Holland McNulty, Agatha June Michael, Robert Joseph Miller, Madeline Veronica Miller, Allison Francis Miller, Rachel Renee Miller, Eric Fernando Monroy Rosa, Paul Arthur Montia, Devin Patrick Moore, Max George Moore, Andrew Jacob Matzo, Mason James Motto, Ryan Samuel Moy, Ava Juliana Mucci, Nicholas Troy Muha, Avea Elizabeth Muntz, Connor Joseph Murphy, Noah Lee Muteb, Andrew Ottaway Myers,
Ava Elizabeth Nadel, Samuel Bernard Neely III.
Okay, Sam. Okay, Sam.
Alexander Nip, Valeria Nieto Ramirez, Aiden Christopher Chantha Nixon, Ava Caroline Knuckles, Zachary Aaron Nurkowitz, Finley Ann O'Connell, Quinn Kathleen O'Connor, Avery Jane O'Connor, Natalie Christine O'Connor, Ethan Thomas O'Neill, Kylan David O'Dean, Amoge Melissa Ogeni, Ifioma Angel Okocha, Cassidy Jane Onedo, Kelsey Ann Ormiston, Lillian Rain Ortloff, Hayden Russell Osgood, Allison Michelle Pasilli, Aryan Pal, Arja Pal, Meghana Pandit, Lorelei Paradis. Braden Corey Parham. Veronica Pearl Parnell. Elise Marie Parsons. Gabriella Marie Parsons. Noinika Das Parui. Vivek Ritesh Patel. Vianek Pratmeet Patel. Mira Nishith Patel. Jackson Carol Pavkov. Alexis Veronica Payton. Abigail Marie Peisker. Elizabeth Ann Peisker. Isabella Yoli Pelham DeLuca. Michelle Leanne Penn. Ashley Snow Perryman. Elijah Thierry Petco. Madison Youngso Pham. Kylie Elizabeth Porter. Logan Thomas Potes. Matthew John Powers. Sydney Catherine Pratt. Benjamin Boyd Pritchard. Laura Jean Quadarella. Ian Ganesh Raj. Zoe Rachel Raj. Varshini Ragadanesh. Alexander Christian Ramey. Richard Preston Ramsey. Kushi Rathod. Taylor Ray Rita. Pranav A. Reddy. Alexis Elizabeth Reed. Luke Kenneth Register. Bennett Gaston Reg. Kobe Stephen Reichbach. Isabella Rosa Reyes. Anushka Ramella. Anvitha Ramella. William Carmelo Ricketts. Jack Prim Riedel. Kaylin Ann Remiller. Adam Clark Ritama. Brady Christopher Ritter. Victor Fernando Roach. Bentley Shea Roach. Alex Gabriela Rodriguez. Anna Caroline Rolfs. Harrison Amadei Roy. Rachel May Rubin. Nicholas Matthew Ryan. Julia Veronica Rybinski.
Justin Joseph Sanchez. John Michael Sandoval. Maxwell Richard Sanneman. Bianca Manal Shatton. Maverick Thane Shirok. Amy Marie Schwartz. Nathaniel Alexander Schweppe. Talon James Shorentino. Everett Jacob Scott. Luke Madonna Scott. Kritika Sengupta. Grace Isabella Sereno. Ria Samir Shaw. Sahir Sheikh. Bhavya Sharma. Jack Oliver Sharp. Aaron Elizabeth Sherhall. Isabel Rosa Silva. Reagan Thomas Simcoe. Spencer George Simcoe. Brady Michael Simonich. Avery Brian Smith. Bryson Everett Smith. Skyette Yvonne Solomon. Benjamin Thomas Summers. Audrey Sompy. Dylan Antonio Sosa. Daniel Mark Spear. Sanjita Srinath. Emric Hamilton Stanley. Callie Marie Stearns. Christopher Owen Stewart. Victoria Stoniva. Anish Sundigala. Raghumanthan Sukar. Jaden Rose Sullivan. Anjali Suresh. Ella Claire Sutphin. Lauren Grace Sutton. Sonalika Swaminathan. Thomas Jackson Sweeney. Riley Marie Swavorski. John Carter Swinson. Luke Bryant Swinson. Haripriya Tanaru. Ashley Tarigala. Brendan William Taylor. Matthew Edward Teakin. Jake David Testa. Panagiotis Yorios Thanos. Emery Thews. Jalen William Thomas. Austin Michael Thomas. Arden Ray Thompson. Sophia Grace Thompson. Sydney Tachoy. Tissa Mary Toggin. Vivian Alessandra Trifoletti. Alexander Thaddeus Check. Colby Ryan Tucker. Christian Alexander Tuft. Xavier. I did that the other day. Christian Xavier Tuft. Oh. Ifiok Jeremiah Etienne Udo. Yathika Ulanganathan. John Michael Utz. Vincent Manuel Vaca. Jalen Brianna Vicks. Jayla Brianna Vicks. Prathmesh Vijikarma. Eva Anastasia Vila. Nikhil Sai Reddy Vundala. Catherine Hamrick Wall. Victoria Cameron Wallace. Madeline Brooke Wallace. Shreya Walthall. Madeline Claire Wargo. Brody Dane Warren. Colton Michael Weaver. Sophia Rose Weaver. Samantha Helene Webb. Jax Rocco Wellenreiter. Lori Kate Williams. Noah Thomas Williams. Jillian Annalise Wilson. Owen Nicholas Wittig. Ty Charles Watusik. Jack Walker Wolf. Benjamin David Wolf. Chloe Pearl Wood. Haley Ann Ray. Madison Janelle Wright. Carter Elena Wright. Gabriella Maisie White Ingram. Joshua Scott Yale. Cypress Jade Young. Capri Shrilat Drihan.
Who was it? Bring us home. Yeah, I know. I don't know who it was. Good morning. My name is Gannon Anthony, and I'm your student body vice president. This morning, I have the privilege to giving the closing remarks for our graduation. I'll keep it brief because I'm sure we are all sweating like we were walking into the first day of English and realizing there's a test for summer reading. As I was thinking about my speech for today, I thought back on words we were told at our 8th grade graduation. Then I realized, oh yeah, we didn't have an 8th grade graduation. Or our field trip to Charleston. We didn't get to stand on the top row of the bleachers on Friday night football games or go to parties with our friends. However, on the upside, we didn't have the behind-the-wheel driver's test. Somehow, we embraced the circumstances and came out the other side as true warriors. As my fellow classmates have stated, we owe an immense amount of gratitude to all those who have guided us on our journey. We all are very fortunate to have been educated by some of the best teachers around. We have also been supported by our community, whether it was our parents, coaches, volunteers, or friends. Each of us excelled due to these relationships. With that, I challenge each of you to go out and show others what it means to be a warrior. Work hard, celebrate everyone's achievements, no matter how small. Offer a hand up when someone needs it. And as Ellen DeGeneres said, follow your passion, stay true to yourself, never follow someone else's path. Unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, then by all means you should follow that. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2024.
Graduates of the class of 2024, on behalf of Weddington High School staff, I want to again congratulate you on this incredible accomplishment. We are so proud of each of you. At this time, I would ask that the members of the class of 2024 please rise. In recognition of your successful completion of all the requirements for a high school diploma as established by the Union County Board of Education in the state of North Carolina, and upon confirmation of this fact by the faculty of Weddington High School, please turn your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Weddington High School graduated class of 2024. This concludes our graduation ceremony. Our graduates will remain on the field, and parents, families, and friends are welcome to join your graduates on the field for pictures. Thank you, and everyone have a wonderful rest of your day.